Hello, my beautiful diamonds. Like I said, I'm home and I'm back. And, I had a brief, after my brief absence in the hospital, it feels really amazing to return back here with you. I'm very weak right now and I feel weak. At the same time, I know you got to get the show on the road, honey, and one monkey don't stop no show. You know, I want to say thank you again for your patience and your support. So now let's continue with our conversations and continue to explore our outlooks and our independent viewpoints. Now, as you know, I am very, very protective of my diamonds and my Hershey kisses and all the above, terms of endearment, of course. Very protective, and I always appreciate the sovereign woman because it seems as she's just as protective of women and her own gender as much as I am. That's what my channel is all about. It's about empowerment and keeping you current with what's going on in the world today, and also ways to protect yourself. So without further ado, let me share the sovereign woman when it says you have to be careful, because this day and age, when you reject a lot of these dusties out here, honey, they will try to take your life. So let's listen in and we'll come back and discuss it. Here we go.
So I don't know a whole lot about this story other than she rejected a guy and he took her life. I didn't really read too much into it because I'm kind of tired of reading these types of stories. Not every story makes the news, but a lot of them do, and I'm so used to these stories and I'm just kind of over it because it's very depressing. However, I don't have much to say other than, ladies, if you don't have a Google phone number, please get one. Okay? He's so silly. Get a second phone number. Go into your iStore or your Google store or Play Store if you have an Android, and type in like second phone number or text now or something and get a second number. I have one of these. I've had one for over 10 years now. Okay. And the reason why is because if I ever have to reject a guy and I really don't want to give a man my actual phone number, I can give them that number. There was stories in the past where girls would give a guy her phone number. He would call it right then and there and see that it didn't ring and be like, oh, bitch, you gave me the wrong phone number, and you got your eyes blackened, you got your teeth knocked out, bloody nose. Women have gotten attacked for that. That's what they're doing now. These guys are going to call that number right then and there. So just in case they do that, they'll call your phone. It's going to ring like it's your real number. They're not going to know it's a text now number or a Google number. They're not going to know. It's going to ring. You're going to say, oh, okay, I got you locked in. Make them think that they have a chance just so that you can get out of that situation. Is this bullshit? Yes. Is it fucking ridiculous that we have to do this and tiptoe through minefields dealing with males? It's ridiculous as hell. But this is what you got to do to stay alive. It just is what it is, right? To get you out of these situations. Now, some of you are going to be wondering, why not just give him your phone number and then block it later? Because these men can get online and do a reverse lookup and find out where you stay. And a lot of men are doing that. And I would rather be safe than sorry. I don't know about y'all, but I don't want all these random ass men getting my number and knowing where I live. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Please get one. It could save your lives. Like, literally. And I want you guys to really understand that as women, as we become more and more independent and we don't need them and all that, this is going to get worse. These stories are going to be more frequent. Because these men are lonely, the male loneliness epidemic, and they can't take rejection, and it's going to get worse. These stories are going to increase, unfortunately. So if you're able to get yourself a pew-pew, please get one. Learn how to shoot. If you're scared of guns, get over it. Get over it. Learn how to shoot these guns. You're going to need them. Get you some pepper spray, some dog mace, whatever you need, whatever is permitted in your state, because this is going to get worse. So, not saying that this Google number is going to be the end all be all and you never have to worry ever again, but it can help you to get out of that situation alive. And you have to ask yourself, do you want to be rude and talk about a man's shoes and you broke and you ain't spending no money on me and blah, blah, blah? You ain't got to do all that. This is not victim blaming either, but please don't do that, because you're probably not going to make it home tonight to your family. You're doing all of that, and these guys could have been like, I got rejected 7 times today. The 8th bitch that rejects me is I'm gonna put a bullet in that bitch head. You don't know what these men are thinking. He clearly was fed up with something. I don't know what was going on in this man's life who killed this woman. I don't know, but I'm just saying, you don't know when somebody's going to snap on you. And like I said, y'all need to be getting prepared for the fact that these men are going to get worse. I go out of my way to not go out in public when there's a lot of people if I don't have to. I do what I can. I'm just speaking for myself. I try to avoid as many people as possible, right? So I talked about this on my YouTube channel where I'm like, if I got to go to Home Depot and they open at 6 o'clock, I'm in the parking lot by 5:55. Why? Because I want to be in there, and it's only going to be 3 or 4 other people in there with me. I get to do my shopping without all these people around me. I have to make eye contact with these guys because I don't make eye contact. I literally just don't want to be bothered, right? And I'm a naturally friendly person, and I have to make myself frown up and like look down at my phone and put my earbuds in and all that stuff just so that people would leave me alone. And you guys can only imagine how much I get hit on every day. Like, the shit is annoying. So you have to find ways to protect yourselves. I stay away from Walmart a lot. I go to Walmart every once in a while. That's where the shit, you know what I mean? People just be on some BS. I go to Target. I'm not saying Target is 100% safer, but it kind of is in some cases, right? So I'm just saying, you have to start looking at different ways to protect yourself out here in these streets. If you really don't have to go to Junior's bachelor party, don't go, because there's most likely going to be trouble there. Somebody's going to get SA'd. Somebody may lose their life. I'm just saying, you just have to learn how to pick your battles in these situations. And I'm not victim blaming these women or anything like that. They could have been the sweetest women on the planet. They probably were, not even bothering nobody. But the thing is you have to find ways to protect yourself. And I would go ahead and get this number, the second number, if I were you guys, just in case. And this is just a tool. This is just something that can help aid you in being safe. If a man thinks that he has a shot with you because you gave him your phone number and he called it and it rang, you have a much better chance of going home to your family alive tonight. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even though hopefully you'll never see this man again, but you got away with your life. And it's sad that it's come to this, but that's where we are now. And I just want you guys to think about that and try to start brainstorming ways to protect yourselves. And if you have any other suggestions for women on how they can protect themselves, the things that you do, please leave your comments below, and I'll check you guys in the next one.
What she is saying is making a whole lot of sense. And like I said, I am definitely looking forward to building sisterhoods with women like the Sovereign Woman and a few other women that I have met. Although I haven't met anyone who matches her caliber. I love her way of thinking. We agree on things like 99%. We're not 100% on every single thing, but that's okay because I love her regardless. When it comes to, it's important for you to make sure that you get a Google. Now, honey, I have I don't know how many numbers. I have a Google number. I have my landline. I have my text now. I have my cell phone. I have several numbers. And the thing is that they're, well, not my whatever number, but most the Google number is free. Text Now, I love Text Now. It's great. It's free. You do have to take all of these precautions to protect yourself because, like she said, there is a male loneliness epidemic, and a lot of these dudes, they can't accept no for an answer. I remember myself in a position like that where a dude pushed up on me. I'm going to tell you, look, and I'm not an arrogant woman, but there's not a week that goes by that some dude is not trying to gain my attention or trying to catcall or whatever. So to alleviate all the bullery of giving out numbers and all of this, I wear a wedding ring. I have an engagement ring and a wedding ring. So if they're flirting with me, I'll smile at them and I'll just point at my finger and point at my ring and I'll say I'm happily married. I don't just say I'm married, I'm happily married. Because you have the ones who, I won't tell if you don't tell. What, your husband don't allow you to have friends? Your man, with y'all, what are you, stupid? But I'm not going to be rude like that, because they would try to unalive you. Yeah, I had them throw a bottle at me. And after that situation, I said, okay, I got this. I'm not interested in getting married anyway. A lot of women are still out here pecking around looking for drama. And my heart bleeds, it breaks for you that you're still sleepwalking and you're still in a trance, believing that there is something decent out there. And like, I don't like to say that there's no good men at all. I don't believe that. I really don't. Because my son is a man, and my son is awesome. Check out his channel, L-Majesty. My son is gay, however. So there are some good men out there. They just happen to be, most of them, gay. I don't particularly care for homosexual men. I don't like heterosexual men. I do like the gay man because they're on their spiritual journey. That's another video, because people, they don't understand it yet. But just say Sheila is maybe 15 or 7 years ahead of time. People will eventually catch on to what I'm trying to get them to understand. But anyway, I know that my son is a man, and he's awesome. Dealing with him, it's like he's very Christ-like. And I'm sure that they have some other men out there, I believe they're gay. Gay men are more classy. They take care of themselves. They understand women. They put women on pedestals. They really like women. And then if you want to cuddle and somebody to hug you and hold you, you don't have to worry about dealing with their eggplant, being sexually harassed. You don't have to worry about any of that. I had my gay friend Bobby. I have gay friend Bobby, Tony, Tink, Frankie. Hello. Lay up in the bed with them when you want to be held, or you want somebody to watch movies, and you don't have to worry about the sexual harassment that comes along with these heterosexual dudes. But like she says, you have to be careful. And my suggestion is, look, if you don't have a soldier of men in your family, like you don't have brothers, cousins, nephews, uncles, people, men who are like in the Crips or the Bloods, because I have family members. I don't promote gang stuff, but I do have family members that are part of the gang thing. So if you want to try to get stupid on my time, we could all get stupid. You know what I mean? But I leave these heterosexual men alone. I don't even give them eye contact when they try to get my attention. I'm a Christian, so I conduct myself as such. I'm not going to be rude to you, curse you out, use profanity, or treat you in a way that I wouldn't want someone to treat me. At the same time, I just point to my finger because it alleviates a lot of the change your numbers, get me this number. No, baby. The only time I deal with a man, like I'm friends with all women and I'm a partner with men, I deal with men for business purposes mainly only. Business, what are we talking? Let's make some money. What kind of money are we talking about? That's basically it. I see them as a partner. They will never tell me what to do. I'm not beneath you. I'm not trying to be above you. A partner is side by side. We make decisions equally. And that's the way I will always see and deal with heterosexual men. But like she says, you have to be very careful, and please listen to this message because it could actually save your life. And I love the fact that while I was away, in the hospital, I was gone for a minute. I don't know, 7-8 days. And then I got out. And then 2 days later, I ended up right back in the hospital. Ciao, ciao, ciao. SheilaTruelove have been through it. Guess who pulled me through it and had my back? Jesus Christ, my son, my bestie. My daughter was constantly checking in on me and making sure that everything was copacetic. And And I had such amazing support from a lot of women taking care of their own gender, looking out for each other. My neighbors, oh, child, please. They're constantly, are you okay? What can I do for you? And I have one of my neighbors, she always likes to cook. So she likes to bring me dinners, and she's just very loving person anyway. So, and we have a sisterhood. We have our movie nights that we deal with over here, and we just look out for each other in our area where we live, in our community. So I'm blessed like that. At the same time, there are a lot of women who don't have that. And like I said, please go forward. Focus on building yourself up spiritually. Number 2, making money. Number 3, building up a sisterhood in your community. Those are my 3 focuses. Now, I used to like to focus on food, but since I'm diabetic now, I got to watch how I eat. Food is never number 1 anymore. Instead of it being physical food, now I'm going to just be greedy when it comes to spiritual food. Lots and lots of spiritual food. Hopefully I'll share that with you, help keep you built up and keep you in a positive state of mind always. You know, and we have got to look out for each other, because keep in mind what 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 6 says. It says that these men out here today, they are looking and seeking out women who are weak-minded and gullible. Don't let that be you. Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1, it shows how there's going to be 7 women for 1 man. Women are going to be fighting and clawing just for this one Dusty. So please don't, again, let that be you. Take care of your own gender and let these men take care of their own gender. They want this sex and all that. There's more than enough transgenders, trannies, all the other ones, because like the transgenders and the trannies and the other people who engage in the sex thing, they tell you, yeah, I'll be romantic with you in the bedroom, sweetheart, but in the living room, I will beat your ass, because when all is said and done, I'm still a man. So if these dudes still insist on wanting someone that they want to abuse, take that mess to the transgenders, the trannies, and the people who have the same brute force as yours. Leave the female gender alone. And I'm trying to help these women wake up, especially on Kendra G. They're still out there. You know, I say, because they still want, I want a family. You have a family. You have a mother, a father, a cousin, brothers. You have nieces, nephews. You already have a family. Keep your loyalty and integrity to your flesh and blood, number 1. When it comes to these men out here, like I said, there are some good men out here. It's like hitting the lottery. It's like whatever. And you have majority of these women, they're all looking for the same type of man. 666, the sign of the devil. They want him to have 6 figures. They want him to be 6 feet. And they want him to have a 6-pack, you know, and the washboard abs. And a lot of these women, black, Asians, all of these women want him to be black. Now tell me that's not looking for drama. Now all these women out here fighting for the same basic man. Just check out Kendra G, how they talk about, I want a black man, I want a black man. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. You know, I think the most important thing, you want a good man. And a good man don't have to be just a black man. Not saying that there aren't any good black men. That's not what I'm saying. So please, don't misconstrue my words. But there are great Asian men. Koreans, Japanese, Chinese. I've dated a few. Awesome. You know, I just was not the married thing right there for that, you know. I've been with Italian. I love Italian men. But you have a lot of the women of color. They don't want men who could speak a different language because they don't know what he might be saying about me. I don't know whatever. No. Instead of sitting up there, I want a black man. Why don't you focus on, I want first of all, a man on God and Jesus' team. He got to be on Jesus' team. Because don't even think about walking in my door without that being in place first. That's a deal breaker. But these women, they're sitting around here talking about, that's my preference. I thought your preference is supposed to be a good man. That's supposed to be your number 1 priority. That has nothing to do with color or him having 6 figures. I think he should have 6 figures if he wants children. If you're not making 6 figures a year, don't even think about asking a woman for no kids. Don't even think about it. Now, whether he's 6 feet or not, you trying to tell me men who are 5'10", 5'11", 5'7" are not good men? That's stupid. And then he got to have a 6-pack. I want him with a body, muscles. What? So you got a lot of these women who they need their head examined. They have a lot of mental and emotional problems. They are walking train wrecks, if you will. And the last thing they need to be focusing on is some dude chasing after a dude, especially when you already got 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. Child, come on. But like my sovereign woman said, you have to be careful, because when you reject a lot of these dudes this day and age, it could cost you your life. So make sure you get yourself a Google or a text number, or just simply easily go on Amazon. They got some beautiful rings, or even Temu, Temu, the most beautiful wedding rings, engagement rings, reasonably priced, $5, $10, and they look like real diamonds and stuff. You know, I have like a whole lot of them, but then I have my friend Dale, my Italian stallion, and he likes to buy. He passed away, but he always kept me with what I liked, with, you know, latest things, stuff like that. At the same time, to alleviate all of that, just put your I'm off limits. I'm already spoken for. I'm not interested. But thank you. Don't be rude to these dudes. Treat them the way you would want somebody to talk to you. Okay? And be polite. Some of them, they don't get it. They're still very pushy. And then you're going to have to, you know, I'm nice to you the first time I speak to you. The third time I have to come for you, sweetheart. I'm going to rip you. I'm going to come raw. Because I've already said to you very nicely that I'm not interested. I'm already happily married. I'm spoken for. And no, thank you, have a good day. But that doesn't seem to register with you. So now I'm going to have to tell you, beat it, before I have you arrested or whip out my pepper spray or do whatever the hell I'm going to need to do. Because I tried the nice approach. And that's about SheilaTruelove. I'll always come at you nicely the first 2 times. So there you have it. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle. I love you.